All right, folks, welcome back to another week of exciting racing here with the Tuesday Night Racing Series. My name is Dylan Hastings. We are at Daytona at night here for some exciting racing, obviously in store here with 100 laps at Daytona International Speedway. Appreciate y'all tuning in, as always, each and every week, supporting your drivers. Let's go ahead real quick and get all this information out of the way. Bear with me just a second here as we get things squared away. All right, let's go through the race information, or race data, as it stands right now. And I apologize, those little buttons right there, right in the way, but is what it is, folks. Tonight, track temperature 64 degrees Fahrenheit, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 64 degrees outside temperature, 73 degrees humidity, or 73% humidity, clear skies, 4-mile-an-hour winds. I don't believe wind will be a factor tonight. As far as laps go, we've got stages go, we've got stages on lap 20 and lap 40 for our 100-lap race this evening. I expect, obviously, for it to be an exciting race as we've transitioned each and every week into just some really great green flag racing as we've come to expect here in the league. And I just want to thank everybody, all these drivers here, for all their hard work and their patience in getting through each and every race as clean as possible. Let's go ahead and look at the grid here. Congratulations to Chris Shoemaker, the number 4 for Hot Shoe Racing, on the pole this evening. Daniel Holcroft, congratulations, sir, on the pole this evening, it looks like. Chris Shoemaker is in second, Joseph Mahar third, Mike Watts fourth. Mike Watts was given an EOL there, so he's going to start in the back. Tony Edrington fifth, Tyler Dixon sixth, Chris McLean seventh, Zachary Taylor starts in the back, Kim Beasley ninth, Ray Rogers 10th, Barry Knapp 11th, Wesley Burchett 12th. David Harden 13th, Evan Bushmaster 14th, Jeremy Little 15th, Richard Swavely 16th, Jeremy Banner 17th, David Sparks 18th, Logan Russell 19th, Dana Shepard 20th, Chris Bedwell 21st, Brandon Robertson 22nd, George Williams 23rd, Matt Grenier 24th. 25th is Garrett Brown. 26th is going to be myself, which is not correct. Austin Shoemaker is 27th. Wyatt Brackett 28th, Dustin Reeves 29th, David Brackett 30th, and then Brad Fulham 31st. And again, folks, there were some drivers that were given EOLs due to certain situations within the week, whether it be penalty related, all that good stuff. That has all been sorted out. So we are getting ready to take the green flag. As you'll see, the pace truck is going to dive off here in just a second as we get ready to take the green flag as we come around here to the front stretch. So you can see the
green flag.
Pace truck is off, and we are racing just like that. Let's go racing. Joseph Mahar is looking to the inside there of Daniel Holcroft. Daniel Holcroft having some great racing for the last few weeks. Hopefully that continues here with him and the rest of these guys as they get patient, just kind of start getting sorted out here. We're going to go ahead and ride along with Daniel Holcroft at the moment here, just kind of get his perspective as he gets going around here. You can see Tyler Dixon right on the outside there in that Toy Story theme truck. That's a great looking paint scheme. And again, at the moment, Daniel Holcroft right out front here, our race leader. Tyler Dixon's on the outside. Looks like he's getting some momentum here. As you're going to see, he might dive down here as he leaves. Looks like Burchett or Ray Rogers, actually. He's going to leave him up in the high line there. Ray Rogers is probably going to get a run here, though, as he's going to probably try to get up here in front of Dixon, try to stay as clean as possible. Oh, Ray Rogers, I don't know if he moving out of the way or if he got bumped there and moved, he got juggled around just a little bit. So at the moment, everybody just kind of sorted out, just trying to get, be patient here, just try to log some laps here initially. Again, we've got a stage at 20, we've got a stage at 40, and then our final stage at lap 100, at which time we will crown the race leader. Now, for those that have been tuning in and have been following us along throughout the entire season, the league decided to be a little untraditional this year. We decided to move the Super Speedway, or Daytona at least, which is typically going to be the race where most leagues start. We wanted to move that kind of towards the middle. We want to kind of move that to the middle of the season to give guys just some patience, or give guys some time, I guess, to really kind of get used to everybody racing. And let's go ahead and get a perspective here from Daniel Holcroft's back of his truck here. And we just wanted to give these guys some time just to get comfortable with everybody, versus starting with a Super Speedway, which is either good or it's bad. Your race can go really well at a Super Speedway, but one incident can wipe out half the field. And so that's the only thing about these Super Speedways that can cause issues, is that obviously one little incident can wreck a lot of trucks. And these guys do not have fast repairs. Fast repairs meaning the ability for these guys to drive their truck into the pits and reset their truck and fix all damage. We do not allow that in the league, and for good reason. They don't do it in real life. So these guys can go into the pits and fix their trucks. But at the end of the day, it does affect aero, it does affect performance, and it can affect the overall performance of the truck in being able to compete on particular tracks. Now, Super Speedways are a little bit different. As long as you've got some drafting, and as long as your truck is not too damaged, you should be able to keep up with pace. Now, if you lose a draft, you're going to fall back regardless. So we're going to go ahead and just ride along with Daniel Holcroft as we kind of watch everybody get kind of settled in. Joseph Mahar right behind Daniel Holcroft at the moment. Ray Rogers still our race leader, up 9 spots from where he started the race. Tyler Dixon is actually, looks like Wesley Burchett just took, well, Tyler Dixon and Wesley Burchett are kind of trading spots here. As we're going to kind of watch these guys just kind of get things sorted out. Looks like Evan Bushmaster there's on the outside, just trying to give a little bit of distance between him and McLean. Looks like Jeremy Little directly behind Bushmaster. So it looks like there's going to be 2 separate groups at the moment. It looks like we've got a group in the back, which is led by, let me see, it looks like that group is going to be Brandon Robertson, Tucker Taylor. And looks like they've caught the draft now, so it doesn't look like they're going to fall back into a second group. So let's kind of go back just a little ways here. We got Richard Swavely. So we got Dana Shepard just kind of laying back, and then Brandon Robertson, I believe, is the lead group, the lead truck of this last group. Actually, it looks like Robertson, Grenier, Russell, Brackett, David Brackett. So we've got a lot of the Black Car Mafia guys back here in the back. So that's their strategy. Along with some, some hot shoe racing drivers here. We've got Dustin Reeves, Austin Shoemaker, George Williams back here of 3F Racing. He's kind of back here all by himself. And again, it's all about strategy. He's got the perspective of the entire field, so he can slow down. He doesn't have to worry about getting run over in the back. The only thing he's got to watch out for is just not losing the draft, which I don't believe that he will. So Brad Fulham is out there on the outside all by himself, being able to keep momentum at the moment. We'll see if he falls. Okay, so he falls. No, he has not fallen in the line yet. So these guys are starting to form. This backfield started to form a single line, it appears. So, but we've still got 2 wide up here in the front. Let's go up to the front here and see who our race leader is. Ray Rogers, Tyler Dixon, trading spots depending on what lap you're referencing. And at the moment, we've just got these guys kind of, again, that's Super Speedway racing here. It's just kind of buying your time until something could possibly happen. Track position, pit strategy, all going to be a factor here this evening as we see Dino Holcroft trying to woe that down just here a little bit more stable there as he's trying to push Tyler Dixon. It is super difficult to get behind the wheel of these trucks and not have a perspective to be able to look out your windshield and see where you're at on track. That's what's difficult. So for those that are kind of bobbing and weaving just a little bit, a lot of it's just to get the perspective of where you're at on track. And we're going to see pit strategy come into play, whether it be right at the conclusion of stage 1, or we may see that strategy play out as we get ready to, as we get closer to concluding stage 2. So we'll have to see how that's all going to be. But pits are going to close on lap 18. And we're going to see exactly who's going to come in during the green flag racing here. During the green flag to see if somebody's going to try to work pit strategy prior to. I don't know the fuel window for these trucks tonight. I don't believe it's 20 laps, so I believe it's more than 20 laps, excuse me. So all right, well, at the moment, folks, everybody just kind of settled in here, just pulling laps. Chris McLean's got a little bit of room there between him and Wesley Burchett, just kind of buying his time. I don't expect people to make any moves really until the conclusion of stage 1 and 2, and then, of course, the final stage. With that said, folks, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with you. We'll go to split screen so that you guys don't miss any of the action. And we'll be right back with you.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drinks. That's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, we are back after those commercial messages here. All right. At the moment, nothing really eventful as we speak. Ray Rogers, Tyler Dixon. We're riding along with Tyler Dixon at the moment. We're just kind of waiting to see exactly how this is all going to play out for pit strategy. Whether or not some guys are going to come in before the pits close on lap 18. Or whether or not they're just going to stay out and ride this out. I believe they're probably going to stay out. I don't believe that the fuel window is that close. So the first and second stage, they should be able to just ride it through the entire stage without having to pit. It's the final stage, lap 40. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of a checkup here with the outside lane as the inside lane just steamrolling. So I don't know if Ray Rogers is trying to get down here for pit strategy. You can see Joseph Mahar is going to make a move to the outside, followed by Chris Shoemaker. Both of those guys coming to the outside here as we get ready to close the pits here in the next lap around. And Joseph Mahar got a great opportunity right there to get at least his truck up here in front for some stage points. As he's side drafting there, you can see Tyler Dixon at the moment. He's side drafting Tyler Dixon. We're going to go ahead and ride along with Joseph Mahar. All right, again, folks, pits close here on this next lap. Looks like outside lane is losing a little bit of momentum here as the inside lane, there's a little bit of gap between Edrington and Tyler Dixon. And because of that, we'll have to see if the outside lane can get recollected, but that gap between Edrington and Holcroft at the moment is slowing this inside lane down. And so pits are closed, 2 laps. These guys, it's going to get a little dicey here. And we'll ride along with Tyler Dixon or whoever the leader is at that time. But you can see Joseph Mahar is making a charge up here to the front. Again, folks, we've got let's see, we're taking lap 19. We've got one more lap here to lap 20 until the 10th driver crosses the line. So we're gonna change the perspective up here so that you guys can see all of the trucks here when we come to lap 19. It'll be the last lap before the stage. So there we go. All right, so it is going to be a battle here for the final. We're going to see who's going to take it up here. Zachary Taylor, takes it 3 wide with Chris McLean there on the outside. We'll see if he can make that work. He's got the momentum. We'll see if he's able to do it. Again, I don't expect these guys to block, but it'll be interesting to see who's going to take the flag here.
Caution is out.
All right, that was close. I do believe, let me back it up real quick, but I do believe that was Tyler Dixon that won the stage. Yep. Let me back it up just a little bit more here. Yeah, so we got Tyler Dixon, I believe, maybe Daniel Holcroft, and then Taylor Mahar. We'll have to see exactly how that scored, but I believe it's Taylor Mahar, Tyler Dixon, Joseph Mahar, Zachary Taylor, Daniel Holcroft, Chris McLean, Chris Shoemaker, Tony Edrington, Ray Rogers, Kip Easley, and Mike Watts rounds out the top 10. I believe that's the way it's going to be scored. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe that is what's going to happen. So these guys are coming around to catch the pace truck as we ride along with Tyler Dixon. Great racing already. We are caution-free other than the stage. So we're riding along with Tyler Dixon at the moment as he gets ready to catch the...
Checking up out of 2, guys. Checking up hard.
All right. You can hear the drivers communicating, just letting everybody know where the pace truck is. so that everybody starts to slow it down just a little bit. As you see right behind Tyler Dixon, Zachary Taylor did end up getting scored second, it appears. So it looks like Dixon, Taylor, Mahar, Holcroft got scored fourth, it appears. McLean, Chris Shoemaker, Tony Edgerton rounded out seventh, Ray Rogers 8th, Kip Easley 9th, Mike Watts 10th. That rounds out the top 10 drivers. So we've got, from my perspective here, Race Pass Motorsports, obviously my team, not to be biased or anything, but both of my drivers up in the front here. It looks like we've got Zachary Taylor with Hammer Down Motorsports representing here. We're going to ride along with Tyler Dixon as we get a good perspective here from pit road, as we did last week, just to give everybody a better view, because these cameras tend to go behind the pit boxes, and so we see these guys. We're going to go to Daniel Holcroft, because Daniel Holcroft has the first pit box, and he'll either be the first one out or it will be Taylor. So we'll have to, or Tyler. I don't know why I keep saying Taylor. Tyler Dixon, excuse me. And it looks like Zachary Taylor is going to beat everybody off pit road. So chances are he did not take tires. If he did, he took 2. I don't believe that he probably took tires. Most people are not going to need tires here. If you took tires, that's fine, but the chances are you're going to lose position on pit road. Really don't need tires here for this track. All right, you can hear him saving fuel as we wait for these guys to come around to catch the pace truck. And we'll get back to green flag racing here in just a minute or two. All right, so let's see. So Zachary Taylor, currently our race leader, up 7 spots. Actually, he's up more than 7 spots because he started in the back of the field. So he's worked his way up the entire field to get back up here to lead the race. He received an EOL because of a driver's meeting violation. If you miss the driver's meeting so many times, there's warnings, and then after warnings, you receive an EOL. And you receive a points penalty, I believe. All right, Dixon is going to be second. So Dixon's up 4 spots from where he started the race. Joseph Mahar's still in third, so he's, after everything kind of settles down here, he's going to start again in third for this stage, which is where he started the race. Daniel Holcroft is back 3 spots from where he started. He was our race leader. He was our pole sitter. Chris Shoemaker down 3 spots from where he started the race. He's currently in 5th. Tony Edrington is down 1 spot from where he started the race. Ray Rogers is up 3 spots from where he started the race. Mike Watts is down 3 spots from where he started the race. And we've got Kip Easley starting at 9th. That's where he started the race. Chris Bedwell is up 11 spots from where he started the race. So he's up here 10, 11 spots from where he started. And it looks like we got Evan Bushmaster. We've got Garrett Brown up 13 spots from where he started. So we got some movers. Looks like Brad Fulham currently in, see, 15th. He's up 16 spots from where he started the race. Now, he started in the back of the field there in the number 19. I believe he's going to be on the outside. Is he on the outside? Yes, he is. There in that number 19 truck there on the outside lane. All right, we're going to go up to the front of the field here. As you see, the lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to ride along with the race leader. And again, we'll give you as many perspectives as we can here. And while we're waiting to go green here, which is going to be in just a second, let me just take a minute to read the comments. So it looks like Aaron Adcock, Chris McLean, let's get it. Hope to be back in November. Well, we look forward to seeing you back, buddy.
The pace car is in.
If anything, we'll see you.
Green flag, green flag.
We will see you racing there for the Apex M Racing Series, Truck Series. And we are green, folks. Zachary Taylor in the number 88 for Hammer Down Motorsports is leading us off. We're going to see here from the back perspective as everybody just kind of, again, starts to get sorted out here. We're going to see if anybody carries some momentum to get themselves in the up front here. We'll see if Mahar, Dixon has closed the spot there for Mahar to move up as the outside lane starts to charge here. But then it dies out, as you can see. It just does not have that momentum to carry it all the way up here, and I believe that's because Ray Rogers and the distance between him and Holcroft is just kind of slowing that outside lane down just a little bit. I expect, obviously, Ray Rogers will fill that gap just a little bit as he gets pushed there by Kip Easley. Gets a little bit of help there by Kip Easley, and looks like Mike Watts there in the back in that Advanced Auto Parts truck. Let's go ahead and run along with Kip Easley. As you can see there, that's Mike Watts there in the back, as I had mentioned. He gives him a little nudge there. And it looks like we got Chris Bedwell on the inside lane, excuse me. That 77 truck, that's a good looking paint scheme. That's a different color for him, Tony Edgerton. Nice paint scheme. Oh, look at the dog on the side of that thing. Hooch Carriage Crew. Awesome. And this gentleman right here that I'm riding along with, Kip Easley, I'm super excited to, I guess, make an announcement that I'll be driving for Kip's team on the Sunday night series, on our Sunday night racing series, and on the MPI. It's actually the SimMax Cup Series, which will be going back to the MPI Cup Series for next season. I'll be driving for this gentleman next season. So I'm excited for that opportunity, and of course get back in the number, well actually I've never been in the number 8, but I've been in the number 3 over there. I've been in the number 19. I believe I've been in the number 41. And right now I'm currently in the 18 for Race Pass Motorsports. But what I decided to do was, just because of the different series, I've just decided to go ahead and let these guys race in whatever team that they want to race in. Gives everybody the opportunity to kind of race with other people and get other perspectives and different things, and it just helps you as a driver. And for me, I'm just looking forward to racing with Kip's team, and hopefully we can do some things here next season with that series. Speaking of teams, this gentleman right here, also our race leader at the moment, is also on that team. So we will be teammates next season. So I look forward to racing with Daniel. And we got Ray Rogers right behind Holcroft at the moment. Tyler Dixon's taking over the lead again as the outside lane has just kind of died down a little bit there as Rogers kind of peeks out to the inside and outside of Holcroft. I don't anticipate these trucks to get hot, but they can get hot in drafting. But it looks like this outside lane is just kind of stalling, and it looks like the inside lane is just where it's at the moment. You can see Holcroft, though, he's getting a little bit of momentum here as he kind of carrying back up here to the front. So they're just kind of trading spots at the moment, as we'll get a different perspective here. Stage 2 again, folks, is at lap 40. So lap 40, expect that there'll be another caution for stage 2, and then of course we got the final stage, which is at lap 100. That's the conclusion of the race. So Zachary Taylor is trying to peek on the outside here. It looks like he's going to get caught, though. He's going to get steamrolled. As he tried to peek to the outside, just did not have a lot of room. It's going to be 3 wide here. It's going to get a little dicey here for the next few laps. We'll see if this outside lane continues to form up. It looks like Mike Watts is going to stay. No. Joseph Bahar gets forced down to the bottom line there. He does not advance position, so again, it's getting a little dicey up here to the front. Mike Watts is trying to push Zachary Taylor up here to the front. He gets a nice little push there as that outside lane is just going to stall. Initially, we thought Taylor was going to get steamrolled, but Mike Watts dropped down there to help him. But again, don't count him out here, but Mike Watts is going to get left in the go. We'll see if, oh, there's a wreck, there's a wreck.
All right, man, caution is out, caution is out.
We saw that happening. Let's go back and see what in the world just happened there.
Playing with fire there, gentlemen.
Yes, they were. All right, let's go ahead and see real quick.
34, come on around, please.
So it looks like Mike Watts and, okay, let's go ahead and ride along with Mike Watts because that's where it started. Whew. That's going to take some drivers out of there.
David Harper, please go around me.
All right, I'm going to have to rewind it here. So right there, you can see, try not to hit the live button this time.
Pace car exit in 2.
And we can see right here, Watts and Dixon just get a little collected there, a little too close. And that just collects, as we said before, many drivers. Tyler Dixon goes over the hood, up over his hood. Watts getting lots of damage here. It looks like Bushmaster just had nowhere to go. And, of course, now there's calamity. All right, so it looks like Kip Easley also involved in that incident. We had a feeling that was going to happen here. We're not even at the conclusion of the second stage. Not really sure what the aggressiveness was there, but, again, it's racing. So let's just see real quick. So it looks like Dixon might have just hit the apron a little bit. Let me see. Let me get...
Checking up at the pits entrance, checking up.
All right, so Joseph Mahar, we're going to ride along with Joseph Mahar and just kind of see if we can get a better perspective of what happened there. So you can see right here, yeah, I think that was Mike Watts just came down a little too close there, trying to pinch him too much on the, just trying to pinch him a little too much there on the inside there. And he had a little bit of, he had the outside lane, but he just kind of drives down a little bit there. Yeah, just too much. And yeah, that was all Mike Watts there, unfortunately. And gets into Tyler Dixon. Tyler Dixon then literally goes for a ride. As unfortunately, some of these drivers just had nowhere to go. And let's go back. Let me see real quick if I can go back just to give a different perspective here. So, Evan Bushmaster, where are you at? Yeah, like Evan just had nowhere to go. Let me see if I can rewind that a little bit real quick. So they're going to kind of go up the field. Easily had nowhere to go. Rogers gets in it, and then literally just Evan Bushmaster had nowhere to go. He didn't even have time to stop. So, and then of course he just smashes into Dixon there. Had nowhere to go, folks. All right, we're going to go back to live conditions. Again, unfortunate set of events here as we get back up here to the field. Let me see if I can get this off of slowing down. And I believe so Mike Watts is just catching up now. He's at the end of the field, so I don't need to give him any penalty anyways. Lights are off on the pace truck. And these guys should be able to get sorted out here and get lined up before we go back to green flag. Unfortunate set of events here, as we've had some really great racing, but I knew with being 3 wide, something was going to happen. Unfortunately, with these trucks, that has now put Mike Watts down 1 lap. I have a feeling it probably put Evan, so it looks like it put Evan Bushmaster down 1 lap, or at least 1 or 2 laps. Dixon as well. Got some significant damage on that truck right there. Unfortunately, he took the brunt of it. And all right, let's get back up to the front here. We've got a few more laps before we go back to caution here for the stage.
The pace car is in.
All right, pace car is in.
Green, green, green.
Daniel Holcroft's going to lead us off. And everybody, hopefully that's kind of proven to slow everybody down just a little bit. Zachary Taylor now takes the lead here on the outside. We'll see if he's able to make that
Race
stick.
control, can you please look in my black flag?
All right, folks, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with you, okay?
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, we're back from commercial break. Thanks again for your patience, as we just have to do double duties here with race control as well as broadcasting. It's a little bit of a trick, but we make it work. At the moment, it looks like Zachary Taylor and Mahar making some exchanges here for position as we get ready to close the pits here. So Chris Bedwell's made a charge out front. We'll see if Mahar decides to go up to the top. As he's got the room, he may do it. No, he peeks out there, decides not to go. Oh, yes, he does. All right, so we got Bedwell and we've got Mahar on the outside, Bedwell on the inside. We'll see if anybody decides to make a move there to climb up into the front of Mahar if they get the opportunity. As it stands right now, that inside lane's just got more charge here. We'll see if Chris Shoemaker is going to work with Joseph Mahar there to push him up to the front. Zachary Taylor's trying to peek to the outside. We'll see if he makes a move here, but it does not look at the moment like Bedwell or Chris Shoemaker is going to let him by. We'll see. that outside lane is just dying at the moment, so it looks like Bedwell at the moment's got the lead. We'll see if Daniel Holcroft peeks around here. 24 is going to slide up there in front of Mahar. He's going to see if he can take the lead here to get these guys up front, but with Mahar pushing, he might be able to do so. As we come around here to take the final stage, the lap of the final stage here, just does not look like that outside lane has got enough to carry here. A little bit of contact there at the end of the race here, but it looks like Bedwell was able to get out of here, get out there smoothly. So the way it's scored, the way it appears to be scored, is Bedwell took first, Jeremy Banner took second, Holcroft third, Mahar fourth, Tony Edrington fifth, Chris Shoemaker, sixth, David Sparks seventh, Taylor eighth, Zachary Taylor, that is, eighth, Wesley Burchett ninth, and David Harden 10th. That will round out our second stage. We have one final stage. Again, that is at lap 100. We've got a total of about 58 laps here as we get ready to catch the pace truck. Race leader here is going to come around here as you see him come around to catch the pace truck, which will probably be on the back stretch. He'll communicate that here as he gets closer to the pace truck.
And ready to take up in 2.
I expect these guys here to go into the pits, probably just to top off with fuel, get a little bit of damage repaired for those that do have damage.
Pace car out of 2.
Pace car is coming out of 2 here. As you see, Chris Bedwell is going to check up here for the pace truck. And the rest of the field should be doing so as well, right behind him here as you hear him communicate to the rest of the field so that everybody knows exactly where that pace truck is. And Chris Bedwell will be first on the pit road. Congratulations to him for stage 2. Big congratulations to Jeremy Banner there. He made some moves there to get himself up into the second spot right there in front of Joseph Mahar. That was just did not have the momentum with Chris Bedwell right there behind him. Just lost the momentum there. I don't know if they were just, there was too much of a gap between them. I'm not really sure on that. Either way, we're going to ride along with Chris Bedwell here as we go into the pits, and then we'll change it to Daniel Holcroft. Actually, let's go ahead and go to Daniel Holcroft as he's going to be the last truck on pit road, or the first truck on first pit box on pit road. As we see these guys, again, I don't believe, if we go to Chris Shoemaker, these guys are taking tires, so that's interesting. They're going to lose a little bit of position here to these guys coming off pit road that did not take tires. Bedwell, I don't believe, took tires. And who are we riding along? Chris Shoemaker held there for a second. I don't know if he forgot to click his fuel, and it held him again. He's able to get off pit road, but he's going to lose several spots there. Jeremy Banner is going to be the leader off pit road. That gentleman up 16 spots from where he started the race. Chris Bedwell right behind him, up 19 spots. So our biggest movers of the race right now are Chris Bedwell and Brad Fulham. And as you remember, Brad Fulham got involved in that last incident. Actually, hold on, let me see. I can't remember. Did Brad Fulham get involved in that last incident? I know Kip Easley did. Let's go ahead and ride along. So he's got 0 damage there on the back. And it looks like he's actually clean on the front. I don't believe that. No, Brad Fulham did not get involved in that last incident there. So glad to see that he's out here up 19 spots.
Sorry, I had to fix an overlay.
And still has a clean truck. Chris Bedwell. So Jeremy Banner is dropped back a little bit here. And actually, since we're pacing here, let's go ahead and see if I can kind of got to go through the field real quick just to see, make sure our contingencies are all correct for everybody this week. I didn't see anybody else. And again, guys, thank you for your patience as we're pacing around here. Just want to make sure. I know Watts does. So we'll see.
All right, man. The pace car is in.
All right, let's go back up to the front, folks.
Green, green, green.
And we are off. So Jeremy Banner on the inside, Bedwell, Chris Bedwell, number 7 on the outside. That outside lane, just for whatever reason, just does not seem to get started. And so the inside lane is definitely a preferred lane. It was convenient for Bedwell to get up there into the front during the initial start of the race, but after that, it just unfortunately just the momentum just dies down. I don't know if it's because the guys are not close together. You can see that gap between Mahar and Chris Shoemaker, and Mahar is going to put this 3 wide here for the 87 of Davis Sparks. Mahar's going to need to slide down a little bit here just to get closer to this outside lane, or this inside lane. Again, sometimes if you lose, okay, Bedwell's going to slide up there to the outside lane. And it's kind of flirting with a little bit of disaster there as you get shuffled all the way to the outside. He's going to drop back like a rock. I don't expect him to get any help there on the outside lane. As now he's got room, I believe, to drop behind Zachary Taylor. He's lost around 7 positions there just from getting shuffled there to the outside. Unfortunately, with so much room on the track, if you move to the outside lane, you better be ready to block. That move just unfortunately cost Bedwell about 6 positions here. Now we will have some green flag pit stops, or at least a green flag pit stop between now and the rest of the race. We're going to find out if Mahar is going to slide down in front of Jeremy Banner. He'd be smart to do so just because Chris Shoemaker, I know he wants to stay with Chris Shoemaker here just because Chris is helping him to get up front. The problem is that outside lane is going to die. They're going to try to get enough room between him. Man, that was close. Jeremy Banner may have had to check up there for that. But that was the off the pole. As you saw there with Mahar and Shoemaker, is when you got somebody pushing you, the last thing you want to do is leave them high and dry on the outside. And the goal is for you and the guy pushing to get up far enough in front to where you can both move up and be in that inside lane or be in the preferred lane and continue to push each other. The guys all behind the leaders should really not be pushing. And I'll tell you, folks, it is, you know, these guys do a great job. It's just super difficult. You got to think about it. This is a simulator, but you're doing 200 miles an hour I mean, hats off to the real life drivers in these trucks and cars. You're doing almost 200 miles an hour or 200 miles an hour on this track, and you can't see anything in front of you other than the leader. So the lead truck, if he's bobbing and weaving all over the place, unfortunately, you're trying to follow him. So you've got to pair with somebody who's going to hold the lane down. You're going to see Zachary Taylor. Now the momentum's carrying on the inside lane here. Looks like Chris Bedwell's giving a good push there to Taylor. They just could not get out in front of the 46 and the 4. So we'll keep an eye to see whether or not they're able to do so. As you can see, Mahar kind of gets shoved there by the 4. And they do make it work. So the 88 and the 7 has now traded spots with the 46 and the 4. 46 is going to fall back to third place. The number 4 is going to fall back to fourth place. The 4 is going to peek to the outside there and get back up into the outside, see if he can carry the momentum. Mahar is going to also follow him here, as you see. These guys are going to get back up to the outside. They want to get back up in front. That's going to stall the inside lane there between the gap between the 7 and the 24. That's not going to get filled in time. Now there's a little bit of unorganization. There's a little bit of, okay, you can see the 4 is definitely pushing the 46, but just the organization on the outside lane is just not there at the moment in order for these guys to continue to maintain, to be racy up here to the front. So we're going to ride along with Joseph Mahar, kind of get a perspective from him. As you can see, he's got to be careful there because he's got the 77 on the inside who's coming off the bottom of the track quite a bit in the corners. And so, yes, you want to side draft somebody, but you don't want to get door banged all the way up into the outside wall and then get run over by everybody behind him. So the 24 is going to peak right there in front of Joseph Mahar. Now, Joseph Mahar is going to be the pusher, and the number 4 of Chris Shoemaker, that should be signaled to him not to push. As you can see, he's got a little bit of a gap there now between Chris Shoemaker and Joseph Mahar. So that's the right thing to do there. Just give a little bit of room. It looks like Chris Shoemaker decided to peek on the inside lane as he's got Burchett now with the 46 working together. But the Burchett just has to be patient there and let Mahar and Jeremy Banner and the 24 just get comfortable here and see if they can get their trucks out front here, which is going to give Wesley Burchett the lead on the outside. We're going to see if that can happen here, but with the 24 kind of bobbing and weaving there a little bit, the 46 has got to be careful because the 46 could hook him. And if the 46 hooks him, the rest of the field behind him is going to run right through these guys. Oh, and the 46 is going to dive down to the bottom there. As you can see, the 46 just has to be careful not to stick that nose to the corner of any of these trucks, because what happens is 77's looking to go to the outside if he can. Otherwise, he's just kind of bobbing and weaving off the outside. Man, you can see that move there. He's got to hold that bottom lane. If he doesn't hold that bottom lane, what's going to happen is he's going to door bang. He's going to door the person on the outside lane, which is going to cause calamity there in the back. So we'll see how that all plays out, but 46 is just kind of buying his time at the moment. I don't know that that was the right move for Mahar to go on the inside lane, as we see the outside lane is picking up the momentum there. So the 24 and the 46 has filled that gap. And at the moment, they don't have the momentum. There they go. They've got the momentum now to maybe peek out in front here to take the race lead from Zachary Taylor. As you see, he hit the apron, and the 7 had to check up just a little bit. That's going to cause the 77 and the 46 to check up, which is why there's a gap here, which could get filled by the 31. As you see, he's probably going to come down there to the inside lane, or that would be the smart thing to do. But again, you never know. Everybody's got different strategy. And the 31, there he goes. I had a feeling that was going to happen there. The 87 could also, if Mahar doesn't fill that gap. Now, the 31 and the 77 are just going to have to buy their time here and just be patient behind the 88 and the 7. As we see the outside lane, just these 3 trucks out there keeping momentum with the rest of the field. Now, they're going to probably fall back significantly if they don't have anybody else there to work with them on the outside lane. So let's go ahead and see. Yeah, see, they don't have anybody behind them. I think Barry Knapp is the last driver as he's going to try to peek in. Again, we've got 3 drivers up here that are keeping pace with their leaders, and the 46 at the moment, I don't know why he's got such a big gap there. I know he's given a little bit of room. The problem is he's stalling out the rest of the field behind him. Which is allowing the 3 trucks on the outside lane to keep pace with these guys up front. I expect, or I anticipate, somebody's going to get a run there on the inside lane. He's going to peek to the outside, catch these 3 drivers up front here, and peek out in front of Mahar. At least that's what my move would be. As you can see, the 31 decides to move up. It's not going to be the move, I don't think. I think it's going to stall out here as the 31, I would anticipate. I think he's getting up there to get out from behind the 77. As the 77 just having a hard time there holding that bottom lane. And you can see the 31 is just kind of trying to carry the momentum, kind of drafting with the 77. As you can see, he pulls it out in front. And so now the race leader is going to be, I believe, Jeremy Banner in the 24. He was able to pull himself out there with Wesley Burchett's help. But now Wesley Burchett is stuck on the outside there with Daniel Holcroft and the 87 of David Sparks. So we've got Wesley Burchett, David Sparks, and Daniel Holcroft at the moment just kind of out there by themselves. Nobody behind them to help them. Side drafting, trying to stay in pace, but the 31 is going to slide back in behind the 77. As you see, I would not be surprised now if the 87 and the 76 is just going to lose a lot of track position here, as they're going to have to catch the field behind them, which there may not be one. And so the 46 may lose some additional positions here if he doesn't fill that gap. And I believe the 46 has got somebody right behind him here. Yes, he does. He's got Chris Shoemaker. So these guys are kind of just spreading out a little bit, just being a little, just using some patience here, as these guys are just logging laps at the moment, as they know they've got 58 through 100 to complete. They're only a little bit over halfway through this race. They know they just kind of got to ride along here, as the next move is going to be the last 10 laps of the race. And so I have a feeling the anticipation here is that Mahar is saving fuel. And so Mahar is now going to fill the gap.
54, will you say hi, please?
Who was that?
Sure.
Guys, you cannot direct lap traffic. All right, so Mahar chose to go in. We'll see how that all plays out. Jeremy Banner is our race leader. Zachary Taylor is on the outside, as these guys are going to trade position. And as we continue in the race here, we're going to go to commercial break at the moment. We'll be right back with you. Excuse me, we'll be right back with you, folks. All right, well, during commercial break, we have had an incident on track here. Let's go back to that and review that real quick, see if we can review it. Ooh. Okay, well, let's see real quick. So that's going to take some guys out here. Let's go in and see exactly whose fault that was. Okay, so McLean and Knapp make contact. And that's going to put a few guys.
Can I have a black flag cleared for speeding through the end of pit lane, avoiding that wreck? Number 9.
All right, so we're going to go in through. Yeah, give me just a second. All right, we're going to go in here. So the 9, so it looks like Jeremy Little on the outside. Doesn't look like he made any contact. All right, so we're going to go to the 40 real quick. We're going to back this up.
Pace car backstretch.
We're going to back this up real quick and just see if Jeremy Little makes contact with the 5, which forces him down into Barry Knapp. So, no, he did not make any contact. It just, I think Chris McLean overreacted there to Little kind of going down a little bit, which is going to cause, yeah, it's going to cause calamity there. All right, so we're going to go to commercial break, folks. Again, I got to do some admin duties. I'll be right back with you, folks, and we'll get this all sorted out. Be right back.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, thanks again for your patience as we do both duties here. All right, unfortunately, that takes out several drivers. We'll see how they all fare out here. Chris McLean, unfortunately, he had a little bit of damage. It doesn't look like, well, that's Grenier. Where's McLean? All right, so McLean has definitely got some significant damage on his truck, as you can see there. Not a whole lot of front end damage from what I can see. He's got a lot of damage. Ray Rogers still getting some damage repaired. Jeremy Little was involved in that. Looks like he's getting some damage repaired. George Williams was also involved in that at no fault of his own here. Yes, yeah, that camera angle you can't see. Tyler Dixon still getting some damage repaired from that other incident. And then Logan Russell, I believe, was involved in that. David Brackett getting a little bit of damage repaired. So, man, oh man, oh man. All right, so it looks like Evan Bushmaster is out. Kip Easley is out. Well, hold on. Let me make sure that I said that correctly. Yeah, Evan Bushmaster, Kip Easley's out. Looks like Barry Knapp is now out.
Can I get a black cleared for passing under yellow? I think cleared my black flag like 4 seconds before I went into the pit, so it gave me passing under yellow.
And we are getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. I don't know why those banners are both up there. All right. So we've had a few turn of events here that have ruined, well, not ruined, but have destroyed some trucks, let's put it that way. So Barry Knapp at the moment is out. Kip Easley's out. Evan Bushmaster's out. We've got several drivers that are going to be a lap or 2 laps down as I don't know why that 100 up there is blinking. And so our race leader is going to be Chris Shoemaker, the number 4, followed by Mike Watts there on the outside. Now, Mike Watts was involved in that previous incident. Now, it looks like he's been able to get most of his damage repaired, and he's able to keep the draft. So we'll see how that all fares out for him. And I believe Mike Watts was also the lucky dog, or at least got the lucky dog at one point in time. He was able to get his lap back that he lost. I believe he was a lap down before. Oh, looks like we've got somebody wrecking here. Let's see. At least somebody hit the wall. It might have been Ray Rogers hit the wall. Don't know. These guys are going to peek out here. It looks like Banner is making some moves. Jeremy Banner, show. Mike Watts almost gets into Dustin Reeves. Daniel Holcroft on the outside. Looks like Mike Watts is trying to figure out whether or not he's going to go to the inside or the outside lane. He's finally been able to settle in here. As let's go ahead and ride along with Dustin Reeves. So you can see Mike Watts has got that back end damage. That's not really affecting him too much. It might affect the overall steering of the truck just because it's peaked, the back spoiler's peaked up, raised up there a little bit higher. So the overall downforce of the truck may be affected just a little bit. But we'll ride along with Dustin Reeves right now for a moment and just see if we can see how these top 10 drivers, with Dustin Reeves being our top 10 driver here, kind of things just sorting out. Get a perspective here from the back of the field. Looks like Brown, Edrington, Taylor, Bedwell, all clean at the moment. Doesn't appear that anybody has any damage affecting anything aero related. Looks like Ray Rogers slipped back quite a bit there. He is now currently in 19th, directly behind Matt Grenier. Actually, no, he's right next to Matt Grenier. So you can see that little bit of damage there on the front end of his truck. He's got some significant front end damage, which is going to slow him down significantly. But right behind Ray Rogers is Richard Swavely. It's worth mentioning that he's not a fan. He's not a fan, and we'll let you know of Super Speedways, as you can see from the comments. Let's see if the dice rolls tonight is a nat 20 or a 1. Laugh out loud. They're rolling the dice at the Super Speedways, and he says hashtag fill it with water, hashtag stock it with bass. So based on the conversation within the drivers, within the Discord earlier, the league Discord earlier, I anticipate obviously he's not a fan, as well as some others here of Super Speedways. But I believe we've had two or three cautions here, race related, along with 2 cautions for our stages. So not bad for Daytona. Unfortunate set of events though for those that got involved. As we get back up here to the front, as we see these guys are trading spots left and right as we ride along with Chris Shoemaker at the moment. Mahar giving him a little bit of a push there. And looks like Daniel Holcroft on the outside is he's got the help from Wesley Burchett behind him, and he's got Jeremy Banner there up in front, looking to make moves here to get himself up here to the front to lead the race, which he is currently doing at the moment. Looks like Daniel Holcroft was able to get up in front too, so we'll see if these guys can peek out in front, as they don't want to stay in that outside lane. But man, these trucks are all over the place, and it's not really of any fault of their own here, as Mahar's battling that truck there to stay off that inside groove, as it really gets you loose kind of all over the place. We'll see if Jeremy Banner is peeking down there to the outside, or the inside, excuse me, I think he's trying to be courteous here as we see the lap truck there. We'll see if anybody struggles with that as the 77 make contact there with the number 5, puts him in the wall. And the 24 is going to get put in the wall here. Oh, we got some wrecking here. Oh, man.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, we got a caution on the track, folks. We're going to have to see exactly what happens here, but I don't know what exactly happened with Jeremy Banner, but he just, when we were riding along with him there, he just got loose and just, okay, so it looks like this, whoop, 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 whoop. Hold on. Okay, so as we ride along here with Jeremy Banner, he gets a push there from Daniel Holcroft, which gets him really loose and it drives him up the track. And I don't know if the 76 was pushing the 31, but it looks like Holcroft slides up the track to give himself, oh man, look at the net code on that. Okay, so that is what caused all of that. Watts involved, 76 involved, the 6 is going to be involved, the 31 was able to, I believe, we'll see if he can recollect it there before making contact with the 84. Is he going to make contact with the 6? We'll see if he slams on his brakes, and he does. Oh, man. Wow. Okay, we need to go back real quick and see. I need to see if the 76 was pushing. So where's the 76? The 76 knows. I need to see if he was pushing Holcroft to cause that incident. If he did, no, he did not. Okay, so let's go up to Holcroft. Man, why do I keep doing that? Okay, so let's go up to Daniel Holcroft real quick and see. So Holcroft makes contact in the corner, and it just gets Banner super. Okay, so he makes contact right there, and it's when he's driving kind of up and down the track, and it just gets Banner loose. And so that is a racing incident. That can't be necessarily considered a situation. Not to mention Holcroft was involved in that whole deal as well. So he's got damage, and unfortunately 31 just could not save it there and collected several different drivers as he comes down the track. So I do believe, I don't think he got hit after the fact. Did he get hit after that? Oh, he's going to make contact with the wall. Wow. Okay, so he's going to have some significant damage. All right, so let's go back up here to the race leader, who's going to be Chris Shoemaker. Chris Shoemaker, Garrett Brown, Zachary Taylor, Chris Bedwell, Joseph Mahar, all got very lucky there not to get involved in that last incident. So Daniel Holcroft, who has been out front most of the evening here, is now in the pits. Our pole sitter here, he's getting his truck fixed. We'll see if he's able to get that truck fixed enough where he's got a lot of crinkle there in the front of his truck here, as he might have some overheating issues. We'll have to see exactly how that all plays out, but he's sitting on pit road. He's going to get that damage repaired. We're going to go back up here to the race leader at the moment. We do not need to give, again, it was a racing incident, but Holcroft, because of that situation, there was actually 2 different situations there that actually happened. The 77 makes contact with the 5. I forgot about that issue. I need to go back and look at that real quick, because if the 77 comes up into the 5, and nobody else around. All right, so lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to delay it one.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
We're going to delay it once so that I have enough time here to review this last incident. But I need to see, what I'm looking for right now, folks, is the 77 made contact with the 5, which was right behind where all this happened. If you remember, we were kind of looking in at Banner, but before that, the 77 makes contact with the 5. And so I just need to make sure that if that driver did make contact with the 5 without any help from anybody else, he does need to receive an EOL. So let's just kind of ride along here. Actually, I think I get a better perspective of Fulham and just see. So the 77 right here, they're coming upon Chris McLean in the lap truck, and Edrington just kind of drives right up to the top of the track. I don't know what that was all about. So, but either way, Edrington then sees Chris McLean and drives down, but then he drives right back up to the track and puts McLean in the wall. And so, yeah, I think it's that's a tough call because it didn't cause an incident. The incident was after the fact. Okay, let's go back to live conditions here as we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. That's a tough call. So 77 is currently in 6th place. All right, bear with me just a second, folks. All right, we're back with you here. We just need to make sure that get these things taken care of here. Tony Edrington is going to receive an AOL because he makes contact with the 7.
All right, man. The pace car is in.
The 7
Green.
then loses the opportunity to get the lucky dog because of the contact with the 77. And so it's only fair to give him an EOL for that situation. So again, Holcroft, just to emphasize here on my thought process, Holcroft is not even out on track. So
Hey, a black clear, please.
he is not.
77.
All right, so we've got a pack up here up front with Chris Shoemaker, Zachary Taylor, and we got Garrett Brown out there on the outside with Chris Bedwell. Looks like Jeremy Banner was going to go up and work with you. Oh! All right, so we got a little bit of shuffling around here as these guys are trying to figure out what they're doing. Some of these guys are trying to side draft, and I can't say that it's the smartest thing to do if you can't hold the line. So this checkup here is going to allow Chris Bedwell to get up here into 3rd. He's going to carry the momentum with the 88 behind him. He might go to the outside here to try to come around the 4 and the 10, as the 4 is just, you can't give that much room on the inside or these guys are going to take it. All right, folks, we've got 24 laps to go. At the moment, looks like Garrett Brown is out in front, followed by Chris Shoemaker, Chris Bedwell, Jeremy Banner, Zachary Taylor, Richard Swavely up here, Joseph Mahar in the 46, Wyatt Rackman in the 34, and then Matt Grenier rounds out the top 10 currently in the number 15 truck. So, as we see here, we've got a pack of about 10, let me see, we've actually got a little bit more than 10 trucks up here. We've got about 15 trucks up here in the top pack. And then if we go to Dana Shepard is got a little group of behind that lose pace and could potentially go laps down here. Williams is 4 laps down. Chris McLean is 1 lap down. Let's see what Chris McLean is at the moment. So Chris McLean is working right now with Tony Edrington in number 77. Can't say that he's probably too happy with 77 at the moment. We're putting him in the wall there. But he's going to work with him, try to get at least stay on the lead lap or at least maintain some position here as he's down Chris McLean's down 14 spots currently in the 21st. There in that number 5 truck. He is all beat up along with the 77. So unfortunate set of events there with the 5, makes contact with the outside wall. Just kind of oversteered just a little bit too much. Drives down into I believe Tyler, I can't remember exactly who he drives down into, but it just turns the field. A bunch of guys get involved, and just an unfortunate set of events here. So Evan Bushmaster out there saying was having some fun, then nowhere to go. That is true, buddy. You just had nowhere to go. So unfortunate set of events for you. You can't slow the truck down in the time that you were given, and you're just going to have to go with what you got there. That's one of the reasons why we decided to move the Super Speedways to the middle of the season. We know what can happen here. And you see the 76 as looks like, oh, Joseph Mahar got forced, just kind of juggled out there. I don't know exactly what happened with him. Let's see if we can see why he got kind of forced out of the way here. That's interesting. I think he was trying to avoid the 24 maybe. Oh, the 24 and the 88 makes contact, and it looks like he thought that Zachary Taylor was going to lose the back of his truck. And it looks like there was a big checkup there on the outside lane, and the 48 just was playing it cautious, came down and thought maybe that the 88 was going to kind of come in cross there and mess some things up there. So, all right, so let's go back up here. We're in live conditions here. 88. Now out front. After that situation there with the 24, almost lost it. 88's going to come down here to pit road. We're going to see if he can get slowed down enough. 9's coming in hot. All right, these guys are going to come in for their final pit stop. And Jeremy Banner is going to continue to lead us off here. All right, so at the moment, folks, we've got, I believe we've got 5 trucks here me see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've got 5 trucks that have just broken away from the entire field. Now, again, these guys have not pitted. Are they going to be able to make it on fuel? I doubt it. They're probably going to have to pit, so we're going to find out whether or not this strategy is going to pay off for them. If a caution does come out, then yes, absolutely this is going to pay off. But the last driver on this little pack here is, I believe, going to be Brad Fulham there in the number 19. Now, he's got nobody behind him. Now, Dana Shepard's the next group of trucks. Dana Shepard, Dustin Reeves, and Tyler Dixon, who at the moment is about, let's see, they're about 9 seconds back from the lead pack. And so they're not going to make any ground with just 3 drivers, especially with these guys all damaged. So Daniel Holcroft out there says, was fun sitting on the pole and getting some stage points. Stinks to end it that way, but it's super speedway racing. That is correct, buddy. Unfortunately, super speedways are very unpredictable. Sometimes it's great, goes your way, and sometimes it just, unfortunately, set of events. But congratulations on the pole. Congratulations on some strong stage finishes. And you got some points there, so that's something to look forward to going into next week. All right, Jeremy Banner, we're going to ride along with him as he's our race leader. So looks to me like these guys are going to have to come in here with the next few laps. I don't believe they're going to come in this lap. Now, going on to pit road and coming off pit road, everything may cycle around here where Mahar and Edrington and Robertson may consume or may pick the lead up here as things cycle around. I don't think these guys are going to have enough fuel. Let me see if I can look at the pit strategy here to give you guys a perspective, but I'm pretty sure that Banner, yeah, so Banner, Swavely, Sparks, Rogers, Fulham, Shepard, Reeves, and Edrington are all on 14 laps. So, man, where did that gap come from then between Dustin Reeves and the 77 of Edrington? So there's several different gaps here. The top 5 are way out in front, and then you've got Shepard, Reeves, Edrington, or no, Shepard and Reeves, excuse me. And then you've got Edrington, Robertson, Grenier, all 22nd laps behind. And every single one of them is on the same pit strategy or round or close anyways. Now if I go down to bracket, I believe you can see Robertson there, who's leading this pack in the 8th place at the moment. They're 20 spots back, but they're gaining position. These guys are going to be the lead trucks when things cycle around. So you've got Wyatt Brackett, you've got Chris Bedwell, you got Joseph Mahar in the 88. All drivers that have pitted. This is going to be the lead pack as things cycle around. Be very interesting to see as these guys are making up a lot of time here. As you can see, 18 seconds down from 20 seconds. If these guys can just maintain a straight line and continue to draft here, these guys are bridging a gap here. You can see 17 seconds. They're definitely,
the leader is pitting now.
They're definitely making some room here. As you can see, David Sparks is now consumed the lead as our leaders are going to go in for their final pit stop. So Jeremy Banner just coming off pit road with Brad Fulham, Ray Rogers, several different drivers here, so hopefully these guys can collect and have a little bit of a pack here. But as things cycle around, you're going to see it here. David Sparks right now is our race leader, but he's got lots of damage. And I believe you're probably going to see, I believe that's Kip Easley out there. You're going to see Kip Easley is going to join up with David Sparks here, but we've got, behind David Sparks, we've got Dana Shepard. And Dana Shepard has got Dustin Reeves and Dixon at the moment helping him. Now, again, like I said, if we look at the pit strategy, these guys are all on 17-lap pit strategy. So here's the thing, though. Sparks and Shepard both took fuel. So, very interesting situation here. As we analyze the final part of this race, Sparks and Shepard should have enough fuel, as well as Reeves should have enough fuel to make it to the end of this race. That's if, and again if, Robertson, Grenier, Brackett, Bedwell, Taylor, Mahar, and I believe Chris Shoemaker might have caught him by now. This train's coming. Can these three drivers stay out in front before this train catches them? Based on what I'm seeing right now, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. As you can see, they're right behind them as they're coming off. They're coming off that other exit here. It's not looking good. But Dana Shepard's definitely got a chance. So does Dustin Reeves, and so does David Sparks. As these guys start to team up, these guys are going to have to form a single line here and keep up the momentum. If these guys can get out in front, these guys are going to have to form a line here. If these guys don't form a line, they're going to get passed. Okay, here we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 trucks.
Race control, there's a crash on the front stretch.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Okay, we've got a caution. What happened there? All right, let's go see if we can review exactly what happened with this incident. So let's rewind this and just see what happened here. Daniel Holcroft again.
Can you EOL the pink truck?
Pace car's in 2.
But I'm just going to try to fix what I can, but I don't want to black flag anybody.
I blew it up, boys. Y'all go around me.
Not sure what happened there. All right, folks, we're going to be right back after these commercial messages. We're going to see if we can get this sorted out here, and we'll be right back.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
right, folks, we are back. Thanks again for your patience here as we had to review that incident with the on-track situation. So it looks like Kip Easley is going to get the wave around. Looks like Chris Shoemaker is, I don't know what he's doing. He's stopping back for the pace truck. All right, so what happened in that last incident there is the lead pack was going around the 77. 77 was a lap truck. 77 did not communicate where he was going to be, which you don't have to do, but you cannot change positions when the lead pack is coming to you. Unfortunately, that driver changed lanes at the last minute, which forced the number 4 here, Chris Shoemaker, that's out front, to make contact with the 77, who was way underpowered, or at least under speed, as these guys were in a pack, and he made contact. Shoemaker had nowhere to go, unfortunately. To his defense, 77 moved up the track right in front of him, had nowhere to go, and made contact with the 77, pushed him down the track. 77 makes contact with the 9. 9 makes contact with several other drivers, and unfortunately, that is what has happened at the moment. So this has changed everything here as we've got 6 laps to go. It's allowed, as things have kind of cycled around here, we've got Mahar and we've got Shoemaker on the inside and outside lanes here.
Green, green, green.
It's going to get aggressive here with the last 10 laps. It's just a matter of whether or not these guys are going to be patient and kind of give and take here, as they're going to try to get in position here. As you can see, the 33 is trying to figure out where he's going to go. The 19 and the 46, both teammates on Sunday night. These guys should be able to work together and see if they can get themselves out front. Unfortunately, if you make contact while you're bobbing and weaving, chances are you're going to hook somebody. So you just have to be careful there. 24 is going to be looking with the 88. We anticipate that's going to be happening as these guys get things set up here. But Chris Shoemaker's got his son there, Austin Shoemaker right behind him. And the 88 gets forced out of line just a little bit. 4 laps to go. 88's decided he's going to take it 3 wide. Got to hold the line if you're going to go up there to the top lane. 24 didn't get any room, so he's going to have to shuffle back in here at the moment. So I don't anticipate anybody making some moves here. I mean, we've got 4 laps to go. Everybody should just be patient as the 46 gets shuffled to the outside lane. I don't know if that was because of contact. We're going to keep an eye on the 46 as he gets left in the dust there with the 88. And we've got some guys here coming.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Okay.
Caution is out.
There we go. Things are starting to boil over here. All right, so let's just see real quick exactly what happened there. So let's ride along with Swavely. All right, and it looks like, so again, the 24, the 19, the 14, all just kind of riding along here. But the 24 gets shuffled out of place here. So let's see who is behind the 24. So let's go back real quick and take a look at that. We'll have to see if Swavely does save it from the wall there as well. So the 43, so the 88 and the 43, I have a feeling the 88 pushed the 43. But again, I'm not gonna speculate here. Let's see exactly what happened. So the 88 moves down, leaves 46 up there by himself. And then 43 at the moment is just kind of riding behind. Okay, so 43 does make contact with the 24. Without the help. Well, hold on. Let me go back a little bit here. Does he get contact with the 43, though, to push the 43 into the 24? If not, then it's the 43's fault, and we're going to have to give him an EOL. So let's see. Yeah, so he already makes contact with the 24. Shouldn't be pushing right there. All right, so 43 is going to receive an EOL. Just give me a second, folks. We'll be right back with you. We're going to get these things all sorted out here. As I wanted to see also if Swavely kept it off the wall, and it looks like, let me go back real quick. So boom, he gets shot to the inside wall, able to keep it off the inside wall. And man, these guys did a great job saving it there from the pits. All right, we're gonna go back to live conditions here. We're gonna go to commercial break. We'll be right back. We'll be hopefully back to finish this race. Be right back with you, folks. Thanks again for your patience.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine for that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like Beta Power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original. All right, folks, we are back here as we get ready to kick off the last few laps of this race. And as we have it right now, Chris Shoemaker in the number 4 out front.
Can a 24 get an EOL? I don't know if I'm going to catch the field or not.
All right, folks, got a few laps left.
All right, man. The pace car is in.
Wow, send me the black clear. They ain't gonna
Green
catch
flag,
the
green flag.
All right, I expect these guys are going to be pushing and shoving here. Okay, 14 makes contact with 51. There we go.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
All right, that's what no patience does for you right there. All right, bear with me just a second, folks. We get this thing sorted out. Let's see exactly what happened to this situation. All right, let's see who makes this mistake here. Now I know the 14 and the 50, so let me see. Let's ride along with the 33. Because the 33, so the 14 and the 50
is going to need an EOL. He blew up.
Hey, we're hanging on back here by a thread, thank you.
All right, so the 14 and okay, so the 14 makes contact with the 51. The 33 checks up here. I do believe he checks up. We'll see. Okay, the 14 is going to drive down into the 38. 38. Yeah, I mean, it's just calamity after that. All right, let's see if we can. Let me go back real quick and see. I believe it's the 14's fault, but let's just double check. See exactly what happened here. I don't think the 14 had help from the back there. I think right there he drives into the 38 and he just collects.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Everybody at that moment. All right, so 14. Yeah. I mean, it's just a crazy set of events there. All right, folks, we're going to be right back with you.
Behind me, 24.
Get things sorted out here. Hopefully we got one more chance here for, we're going to have a green-white checkered. We only got one attempt at a green-white checkered. We'll be right back.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drink, because that's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks. Well, interestingly enough here, I believe that is the conclusion of the race. I believe that actually was the green-white checkered. And because of the caution, that has concluded the race here under
There's
caution.
the flag. It's over.
All right, so let's
We'll
go
get 'em
ahead
next time.
and see, as Chris Shoemaker is going to come across the line. We'll see if he pits or not. Let's hope that he doesn't. Now, if Mahar crosses the line out of order, he's going to get disqualified. So he... I believe these guys have gone into the pits a little too early here. I'm not 100% sure on that. All right, we want to congratulate Chris Shoemaker on another finish in the Daytona 250. He is the second-time winner at Daytona in this league. He was our very first winner at Daytona for our inaugural race when we started this season, this league, way back some time ago. So congratulations to him. Not necessarily the set of events that he would want to win it by, but hey, a win's a win. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to Ray Rogers and Joseph Mahar, rounding out our top 3 drivers there to finish the Daytona 250. All right, folks, definitely a wild set of events here at the end of the race. Very interesting whole situation here as the race concludes under caution. With that said, folks, we're going to go to commercial break one last time. I promise this will be the last time we go to commercial break. We are going to go ahead and get these drivers into the radio booth here so that we can go ahead and hear from them, see how their race went, and get their perspective, and, of course, give their shout-outs as we get ready here. So bear with me just a minute, and we'll bring these guys in.
Take everything that you know about your typical energy drink and kick it to the curb, because today we're talking about C4 Original. And this isn't an energy drink, this is a performance energy drink. Well, what does that mean? Well, C4 Original contains 200 milligrams of caffeine, that explosive C4 energy. Also contains incredible flavors with 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial colors. But C4 Original also contains ingredients that are formulated for performance, like carnosine beta-alanine, a clinically studied ingredient that helps to kick fatigue to the curb, like beta power, which is a clinically studied ingredient that helps with performance. So when I say performance energy, I'm not just saying it. You're literally getting clinically studied performance ingredients in every sip of C4 Original. So get rid of your sugary energy drinks. That's not doing anything for you. If you want energy to perform and dominate life, get your hands on C4 Original.
All right, folks, appreciate your patience here as we get things kind of sorted out here on the back end here for us. I do actually have Mr. Chris Shoemaker, the number 4, our race winner, with me at the moment. So congratulations, Chris, on a second finish here at the Daytona International Speedway for the league, that is. Congratulations on tonight. Obviously not a situation as to where you'd want to end the race this way, but hey, it's a hard-fought battle. You finally got up here. Unfortunate set of events there with the 77. It was something obviously we had to review and we had to make a call on it. But the rules are the rules, and the rules state that the lead or the lap cars cannot change lanes prior to the lead pack coming upon them. And it looks like the 77 just went from the bottom of the track or the middle of the track to the top of the track. You had nowhere to go, and you just kind of you made contact with them, but allowed you to get back out front. And anyway, tell us how your race went. Tell us how that went, and give us your perspective. And of course, give your shout-outs at the end.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's how I saw it. I was coming up on him, and he just kind of went from the top to the middle, and I let out of it as long as I could and just barely tapped him, and he just went down. But, yeah, I'm glad you saw it the same way I did. I'm sure everybody won't see it that way, but glad it worked out for us.
No, everybody won't see it that way, but everybody's got it. You don't have the perspective that I do during the race. That's why I said to everybody during the race is that if you got a question about some of the calls afterwards, talk to me afterwards. Don't talk to me during the race.
Sure.
But I went back and looked at every angle, and I try to be as fair as possible. But I looked to see in certain situations where some of the cautions that happened tonight, whether somebody was being pushed, and they are the cause. Depending on who the cause of the accident is. So again, we do what we do, and you can dispute it after the fact, but it is what it is.
Right. I hear you. But, no, it was a good plan. I mean, Austin and Garrett, they've already got wins. They were kind of laying back, and I was trying to get stage points as much as I could. But dadgum, I mean, at the end of the stages, it went 3 wide, I think, both times.
They did.
And it's just try to hold on to it and just try to keep the truck clean for the end. But I want to, thank Mahar. We kind of teamed up and knew we were both going to be up there and tried to work with each other as much as we could, and it worked out well for us for the most part. So I'm glad to see he got up here. Did he finish third?
Yeah, he did finish third.
Good.
Yep.
But I know Austin had a little bit of damage there. He was trying to run on the outside, and there at the end, and I think his little bit of damage just pulled him back, and I kind of went back and looked at this replay. It looked like he got into it with Ray a little bit, it looks like.
Yeah, he had drove down on Ray, and that's what caused that last incident. But, yeah, it is what it is, man. It happens.
Right. But, no, it was a good plan. I mean, we had plans of coming in on lap 80, 81, somewhere in there, and we got a good crew to go with us. But, leading the laps before that pit, we used quite a bit of fuel, so we came out staggered, a little more staggered than what we wanted to. But Mahar, he got a jump. I think Bedwell went with him. They kind of got out ahead of us, and then that's when we had that a full head of steam catching that pack. And unfortunately, that's right when that lap car was. So
yeah,
anyway, that was unfortunate, but we were moving.
Yeah, and actually, I didn't even see that incident, and it didn't show up on my end either. It just showed it said Daniel Holcroft. So I went back and looked at the incident, but Daniel Holcroft didn't crash. Daniel Holcroft was just coming off pit road. He was just getting damage repaired to come back on a track. So it was a weird set of events there, obviously. But I had to go back and review it simply because, I threw the caution based on the feedback I received from the field. But I went back and looked at it, and it is what it is. As a lap truck, we've always said, you've got to it's not required. You don't have to communicate, but you do have to maintain lane. So if you're going to stay at the bottom, stay at the bottom. If you're going to stay in the middle, stay in the middle. But you cannot change lanes. And for whatever reason, 77 made a last-second move and moved up right in front of you. Literally, I mean, you can't you can't not see that. So.
Yeah, I know. I hated it happened. I hated it. But if it had stayed green there, we had a good head of steam. I think we were all going to clear it. But anyway, that's how it goes.
There was some set of events there I was waiting to see play out, and it was an interesting finish, to say the least. Regardless of the fact you came out winner, and a win's a win, regardless.
Yep.
So congratulations to you, and congratulations on locking yourself into the playoffs here.
Appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
Any of us that are married, man, we got to thank our wives first and foremost. I got to thank my wife, Jody. She puts up with me putting a lot of time in on this sim, so thank her a ton. And then I got family that watches, my brother David, and of course my team, Austin, Garrett, and Dustin. We got 3 of us in there now. Hopefully we can get our 4th in there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's we definitely got to thank our wives for sure, because we wouldn't be able to be down here without hearing them in the background.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, and thanks for everything you do, Dylan.
Yeah,
appreciate
no worries,
you.
buddy. All right, sounds good,
All right,
buddy.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, let's see if we can bring the next gentleman in flawlessly. Let's see if we can do that. He was somebody we spoke to last week, and see if we can go ahead and get him up here in the booth. All right, come on. I just invited you here. Let's go, Ray Rod. Look at that, man. Woo! It went smooth that time. Congratulations, buddy, on a P2, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Man, what a set of events. I mean, it was kind of a weird situation the whole last part of the race. There was a lot of aggression, obviously. I did not anticipate drivers going 3 wide with 8 laps, 6 laps, 5 laps to go before any stage conclusion. Thought that was kind of weird. Obviously, we knew, as somebody mentioned, or somebody said in the sim, which you're not supposed to do, but somebody said, hey, you're playing with fire, and that's exactly what happened. And unfortunately, you get burned if that happens. And that appears to be what happened with several different instances. But, we went back and reviewed all the instances, and, we had to make the calls we had to make. So it is what it is.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, it was actually pretty fun out there, And I mean, for the first part, I was up front up there, but once I kind of got past a little bit, I fell back, and I seen that 3 wide, and I'm like, it's a little odd be going 3 wide so soon. But like you say, you're playing with fire, so, and I got caught up in a few of them, but believe it or not, the car truck actually still ran pretty good.
Yeah, actually, I couldn't believe how much damage you had, and you were able to stay up there in the front. It was the same thing. I think Mahar had some damage as well. We'll talk to him here in a minute, but Fulham was able to stay pretty clean. I thought he was going to challenge you there. 88 obviously got mixed up in that last incident, and actually, I think when the caution came out, obviously the race ended. But you got made contact with Austin there at the end. So had there been another green-white checkered, things may have been a little bit different. But congratulations, man, on a P2. Regardless, however you got to do it, that's the way it works.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened there on the start. Austin kind of.
Well, he had somebody on his outside, and I think I think he had somebody out on the outside, or that was peeking on the outside. He oversteered, anticipated. I've done the same thing. I mean, we've all done it. You've only got so much view or perspective within the sim, and sometimes we're worried about people coming down, slamming us down into the infield or the outside wall, and it just is what it is. So
yeah, it is. It is.
And there was some net code tonight too. There was some bad net code with. There was another incident there at some point in time that was just horrible net code. The guys weren't even close. So I don't know if it's some connectivity. Could be some of that, but anyway, buddy, give your shout outs, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, but I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you what you do, and everybody in the league, man. It's just a lot of fun to come out here and race with you guys.
Sounds good, buddy. Well, I look forward to seeing you next week, and actually I think we'll see you on track here with the next series that we're participating in, which is what, tomorrow night or the next night? I can't keep track of these things.
I think it's Thursday night.
Thursday night, that is correct. Yep, you're all right. All right, buddy, we'll see you then. Hopefully we can make something happen there.
All right, buddy, take care.
All right, buddy, take care. Thank you. All right, folks, last but not least, we are going to hear from Mr. Joseph Mahar, if he can make this thing work here. As, let me see, can I think I've got to invite him here. Bear with me just a second. Joe, I've invited you, buddy. You gotta request it, or you gotta accept it. Technology today. Don't request, buddy. Let me request you. All right, now accept it on your end. All right, folks, we're waiting for Joseph Mahar here to join me in the booth here. Just bear with me a second. Come on, buddy, you got to accept it. All right, folks, bear with me just a minute here. We might have to go to commercial break. I can't answer the phone, buddy. You're going to have to just accept it. Oh, man. All right, folks. Well, we may not be able to hear from Joseph Mahar here as we're trying to get things sorted out. I've got your request, buddy, but I can't. There's got to be some button on your end that you're missing. There you go. All right, folks, we've got Joseph Mahar finally up here in the booth here. We're gonna have to hopefully next time you remember how to do this.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. All right, buddy. Let me know how your race went, and of course, give your shout-outs there at the end.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on here. I don't have a button to accept it, but I was able to get it up on my phone.
All good.
Yeah, no.
You're live.
Finished third tonight. I guess it's a good run. I'm really happy for Chris Shoemaker, though. If I couldn't get the win, that's, myself, either him or Mike, I wanted to see win, and I'm really happy for Chris Shoemaker, really happy for Hot Shoe Racing. He drove an awesome race tonight. Him and I worked really well together, I thought, in the draft. Kind of disappointing. Mike got taken out early. Actually, most of my team got taken out. The guys in my team all got caught up in different accidents. Luckily, I was able to dodge a bunch of wrecks out there, which is good. Anytime you come here and you can dodge wrecks and not get caught up on them, that's a great feeling. Really wanted to get that win tonight. I thought I was plenty quick enough to do it. I just kind of made a mistake with 5 to go, went a little wide and let the 19 hang me out to dry, and I had nothing. I couldn't really do much after that. On that restart, everything got bottled up. I was able to get to third, but I think if the race had stayed green for the white flag, I may have had something for Chris if I could have just got some help. But I'm super happy that he got the win. He, deserving guy, definitely deserves it.
Yeah, it was an interesting set of events, to say the least. I mean, there were several different instances where calls had to be made, and whether everybody's happy with the calls, that's I don't really care as far as the perspective on whether people think it was the right call or not. It's just I went back and reviewed the incidents and had to make the calls on the fly. So I went back and looked at every single scenario as far as whether somebody was pushed or whether somebody made contact with somebody. If somebody blocks you, it's one thing. That's racing. It's your responsibility to either check up or and so on. So we're going to have to go back and look at some of the different instances to see exactly where maybe things could have been a little bit differently. But hey, all in all, man, you were up front all night for the most part. You had some really strong stage finishes. You were up here for quite a while, and then of course some of those incidents there kind of shuffled you back a little bit. And then there was that last pit strategy where I think you were the first one to come in. And if it wasn't on that last pit stop, it was the pit stop prior to that, because I was on your truck at the time following along with you, and I think you had went into pit early than some of them did. So, but regardless of however it all played out, you finished third. Doesn't matter how it was done. Third place, and you finished. So congratulations to you. We look forward to Watkins Glen next week.
Yeah, definitely. With the pitting thing, that was, I pitted before, and I had to take a little less fuel than Chris and Austin and Dustin, and that kind of left me out with the 7, and then I just had nobody to work with in that other pack. The intensity tonight. I mean, holy cow! I've never been more scared. I think coming to a stage than the.
Yeah, I don't.
Three wide. I think I've ever been more terrified coming to the end of a stage.
Yeah, and that's and that's okay to do. The thing is it's just like somebody said in the sim, and I was telling Ray this as well as or Chris, is that somebody said you're playing with fire, and that's true. You play with fire, you get burned, and not everybody here can maintain a really good line in these trucks. It's really hard to do. Period. I mean, we all know that. But going 3 wide with 6, 7, 8 laps to go is a little aggressive, to say the least, but it's racing. We're not saying you can't do that, but just know the consequences, and unfortunately that is what happens. So
yeah, no doubt. And it is tough. It gets tough to pass here, especially when you're in the back. You're kind of just stuck riding, so there's a little bit of urgency. And there were some guys who threw some pretty terrible blocks in the middle of the race, middle of the stage, actually. I'm not going to call them out, but I mean they know who they are.
I saw it.
I cut them a break. I could have easily turned them, but I didn't. It was just an intense race. I'm just happy to finish third. I mean, I wanted this win, and I'm excited for Talladega. Running like this, I think Talladega we can win, but I'm happy to finish third too and to get some stage points. I know I'm not going to make the playoffs without a win, and I gotta do my best here.
Yep. For sure, buddy. All right, well, man, congratulations again on a P3. We'll see you next week. Look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, always thank you for everything that you do. Thank you to my teammates. Thank you to Hot Shoe Racing for working with me tonight. Thank you to my wife for everything she does. She puts up with me and allowed me to do this, and learned a lot for Thursday. A little bit different league, start of the season Thursday, but I learned a lot, and just love Super Speedway racing, I guess.
Absolutely, man. It's Super Speedway racing, and unfortunately, that it happens. I mean, it's either you're going to do good or you're going to do bad, one or the other. There's no in between. Yeah. So, all right, buddy. Congratulations again. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Dylan.
All right, buddy. All right, folks. You heard from all 3 of them. That is the conclusion of the race. Let's go ahead real quick and give a rundown here of the entire finish of the race here. Bear with me just a second. And we'll go through all of this information here. As Chris Shoemaker is going to be our race winner, as you heard from. Ray Rogers, you heard from in second. Joseph Mahar third. Brad Fulham finishes fourth. Zachary Taylor fifth. Tyler Dixon sixth. After all those incidents, Tyler Dixon was able to pull off a top 10 finish there in 6th place. Dustin Reeves as well, 7th. Richard Swavely 8th. Matt Grenier 9th. Dana Shepard rounds out our top 10. Wyatt Brackett 11th. Jeremy Banner 12th. Chris McLean 13th. Austin Shoemaker 14th. David Sparks 15th. Wesley Burchett 16th. George Williams 17th. Brandon Robertson 18th. Whoop. That's not what I wanted to do. Garrett Brown 19th. David Harden 20th. Chris Bedwell 21st. Tony Edrington 22nd. Kip Easley 23rd. Daniel Holcroft 24th. Mike Watts 25th. Logan Russell 26th. Jeremy Little 27th. David Brackett 28th. Man, I just did it again. These butts are so close together. Barry Knapp 29th. Evan Bushmaster in 30th. Folks, that's going to round out our entire field for this evening. Truly appreciate your patience as we work through the race control as well as broadcasting. It's always a challenge. It's nothing that we can't handle, but it's just something that I truly appreciate as far as you guys being patient as we work through to make sure that we get that we get the best calls possible, that we can go back and review the incidents and all that stuff. Truly appreciate it. It's not always the best outcome, but it's what we do best with, and quite honestly, it's the same thing that race control is going to do on their end in a split decision. So with that said, folks, thanks again so much for tuning in. My name is Dylan Hastings. I want to thank our sponsors real quick before we end the broadcast. Light Electric Company, General Contractors, 80K Coolers, 80K Outdoor Brands, as well as Rhymesick Coin. I want to thank all three of those companies for their sponsorship as well as their support. I want to thank iRacing for putting together this amazing software that allows all of us to come together competitively each and every week to put on these broadcasts each and every week. It's just truly amazing. It's been a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun each and every week, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week at Watkins Glen for a road course. So we're going from Super Speedway to road course. I look forward to seeing everybody tune in next Tuesday night, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. Until then, this is the Tuesday Night Racing Series. My name is Dylan Hastings. Folks, have a great night. Thank you so much.